Hi, hello viewers. Welcome back to our channel. This Vandana Arangi now Vandana Raj Arangi. Sorry for this small gap because I was engaged with my wedding works, so that I took a small gap. Sorry for that. And today I am here to explain you about previous Neet bits. Here I collected 8 bits from previous papers, and this is an unsolved paper. Okay, I will explain you botany and zoology previous Neet bits. I'll explain you each and every bit with the correct option, and I'll explain you the other options. Okay. The first bit. Let's see the first bit. Which structure prevents food entry into trachea? See, which structure prevents food entry into the trachea? What is trachea? This is the bit from elementary canal. Zoology, anatomy, first nutrition and life process. Nutrition is the trachea means. Trachea is the part of the elementary canal. At the initial part of the elementary canal, we will find the trachea. Mouth, esophagus, trachea. This is the trachea. Which structure prevents food entry into the trachea? A. Epiglottis, B. Glottis, C. Larynx, and D. Pharynx. Here, A. Epiglottis. What is epiglottis? Epiglottis is a flip-like structure which prevents food entry into the trachea. Okay. B. Glottis. What is glottis? Glottis is it's also a flip-like structure which covers the larynx part. Okay, which is the opening part of the larynx. Glottis is the opening part of the larynx. And C. Larynx. What is larynx? Larynx is the voice box. Adam's apple. Another name of Adam's apple is larynx. Larynx produces the sound. And option D is the pharynx. What is meant by pharynx? What is the work of the pharynx? Pharynx is the common passage of air and food, but not helps in entering of the food into the trachea. So the first option, epiglottis, is the correct option, which prevents food enters into the trachea. And second bit, which organelle helps into protein foldings? A. RER, B. SER, C. Golgi patches, D. Lysosomes. What is RER? Expand the form. RER. Explain the full form of RER. RER is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. And B. SER. SER means smooth endoplasmic reticulum. C. Golgi patches, D. Lysosomes. Here RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum means ER is the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is two types. One is rough, one is smooth. What is the difference between rough and smooth? Here, while coming to rough endoplasmic reticulum, we will see this type of structure. See, this is the endoplasmic reticulum. We can see some structures on the ear. The ear which presents this type of structures are known as rough endoplasmic reticulum. The ear which is plain is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. What are this rough endoplasmic reticulum represents? This rough structures represents ribosomes. Okay, the ear with rough structures represents these rough structures are ribosomes. Okay. Ribosomes are the synthesis of proteins. So, ribosomes are known as protein factories. Here, protein foldings. Also, it folds the proteins. And SER means smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It is not the synthesis of proteins. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum synthesis lipids. And C. Golgi patches. Golgi patches refolds and packs the protein. And D. Lysosomes. Lysosomes detoxifies the body system, and lysosomes are the suicidal bags of the cell which helps in digest the toxic cells. Okay. And third bit, which is not a component of blood? A. Plasma, B. RBC, C. Platelets, and D. Neurons. Which is not a component of a blood? Plasma is the liquid part of the blood. When we take a blood sample, we can observe the yellowish liquid at the starting part of the blood test tube. This is known as the plasma. Plasma is the liquid part of the blood. RBC. Here RBC means red blood cells which carries oxygen. Platelets means platelets are present in blood. It's a part of a blood which helps in clotting of blood. And neuron. What is neuron? Neuron is a nerve cell and it's a part of the nervous system. So here neuron is the different one and which is a not component of a blood. And see, fourth bit. In C4 plants, carbon dioxide fixation initially occurs in A. Mesophil cells, B. Bundle sheet cells, C. Gourd cells and D. Xylem cells. In C4 plants, carbon dioxide fixation initial stage low where it occurs. Mesophil cells. What are the mesophil cells? Mesophil cells are present in the upper part and lower part of the leaf. Epiderms. Upper and lower epiderms of the leaf. Mesophil cells are present in upper and lower epiderms of the cells, and where the carbon dioxide fixation occurs at the initial stage in C4 plants. Okay? Option B. Not. Bundle sheet cells. Where we can find the bundle sheet cells and what is the work of the bundle sheet cells? Bundle sheet cells, we can observe bundle sheet cells in the vascular part of a leaf. I mean in veins of the leaf we can find the bundle sheets. Here the bundle sheet cells works which initiates carbon dioxide fixation in C4 plants, but in Kelvin cycle in the stage 2. But not in the initial stage. At the initial stage of carbon dioxide fixation occurs in C4 plants in mesophil cells but not in bundle sheet cells. Here see the difference. Bundle sheet cells initiates carbon dioxide fixation but in Kelvin cycles in second stage, not in the initial stage. Okay. Gourd cells. What are gourd cells? Gourd cells present in leaf, in stomata, which helps in opening and closing of stomata. Here D. Xylem cells. What are xylem cells? The xylem cells are present in vascular bundles of roots and stem, which helps in transportation of water. So here the right answer is mesophil cells. And fifth bit is what is the shape of DNA? As we all know, the DNA is a double helix, right? A. Single stranded, B. Double helix, C. Oval, D. Circle. Here single stranded RNA is the single stranded, right? Here DNA is double helix and not oval and not circle. Normal breathing mean, in our biological language, normal breathing. A. Dyspnea, B. Apnea, C. Apnea, D. Hyperpnea. Here C. Answer. Dyspnea means unable to take the breath perfectly. Apnea means completely stoppage of breathing. And C. Apnea means normal breathing. And D. Hyperpnea means it is the excessive breathing, uncontrolled breathing, strong breathing. Okay, now normal breathing means apnea. Okay. Seventh bit. Which vessel has valves? Arteries, A. Artery, B. Vein, C. Capillary and D. Aorta. What is artery? What are arteries and what are veins? Arteries carries oxygenated blood and veins carries deoxygenated blood, right? And here vessels are which vessels have valves? I will see. Artery don't have vessels. Only the artery which has valve at the base part of the heart, initial part of the heart. And veins have the valves because veins carry oxygenated or deoxygenated blood with a low pressure. So to prevent the backflow of the blood, veins have the valves. Okay. See capillaries. Capillaries are very small ones. So capillaries doesn't have the valves. And aorta. Aorta is the artery. Aorta is the largest artery in the heart, human heart. So when arteries have no valves, aorta is a artery, so aorta has no valve. And eighth bit, which is absent in frog? A. Hind limbs, B. Eyes, C. Tail in adult, D. Tympanum. Which is absent in frog? A. Hind limbs. Hind limbs are present because limbs helps frogs to jump. B. Eyes. Eyes are present in frog. Each and every organism have eyes. C. Tail in adult. Tail in adult is absent in frog. We can see tail in tadpole form. We can see that tail is absent in the adult stage of the frog. And tympanum. Tympanum is the external part of the ear. We can see tympanum in the frog. So, thank you students. Thank you viewers. If you want to continue, please comment. Can you comment any topic? I will explain you later. Please support me and subscribe me. Thank you.